Hey all, welcome to the 7th episode of the 4th season of the Yossi Schmidt Show. I apologize for the break that we took. Scheduling conflicts came up. However, guys, let's be real. What happened 2 days ago and last week was devastating. There were two mass shootings, one in Buffalo and one in Texas. The Democrats that were elected, when I just have a statement to say before continuing what I'm about to say, it's along the same lines. When someone is sworn into power, they are held to protect the Constitution. That's a fact. They swear to protect the Constitution. So, anyways, the Democrats right away jumped to conclusions that we need gun control. First of all, it's a violation of the Second Amendment. We all know that to protect the Second Amendment, the NRAs, they're fighting the good fight. However, let me explain something. What does gun control do? Let me ask you this very clearly. Gun control makes people do more extensive background checks. They also have to check them out, and if you have a minor infraction on your record, you can't get a gun. And then they're trying to ban AR-15s and everything. This is insane. We have to remember that we cannot let them get away with violating the Second Amendment. But let's say they pass more gun control laws. Let us say that they get away with violating the Second Amendment. Now, a regular citizen who has some things in the past, unfortunately cannot get a gun. Now comes along a criminal, and a criminal comes and says, alright, enough is enough. I want to get a gun, I want to commit a murder. He doesn't give a flying flip if it's the law. He will get a gun, no matter what. There's a black market, there's ways of getting guns, there's holding people up without guns, and there's ways of getting guns. Now he comes to commit a murder, and what happens? The law-abiding citizens are not able to defend themselves. What happens now? Oh, we should rely on the police that were cursing out 5 seconds ago to save them. That's what we should do. Seriously, people, the Second Amendment is there to protect us. Now, banning the Second Amendment or gun control laws will hurt us. What are you trying to do, Democrats? You're power hungry. You're saying that you're there to help us. But there you are trying to remove the very thing that we're able to use to defend ourselves. Enough is enough. You are elected to take care of us. You are elected to be there for us. Oh, let's go ahead and violate the very thing we're there for. We're there to be there for them, and we're not going to be there for them. We're going to take away their right to defend themselves. We're going to take away their right to have guns. People, this is not the way it should be. We need to fight. We need to be there. We need to go and shove and push and show the Democrats and show the elected officials that we will hold them accountable, and we need our guns to protect ourselves. In the Second Amendment, it says the government cannot, no law should be made to infringe on our right to bear arms. Enough is enough. We need our guns. Now, what's going on when the media, with the elected officials are doing this? They're going ahead and they're having the media say how dangerous guns are. Different things, guns commit the murder, or the person behind the gun commits the murder. Let me ask you that. Who commits the murder? If a gun's lying here, who's the one that's doing the murder? The gun or the person? The gun's not killing anyone. The gun could be sitting here from today till tomorrow. But if a person comes and he's an insane lunatic, he can pick it up and shoot. That's the way it works. But guns kill. People, the media is there to spread a story. Not the story, a story, to quote Dan Bongino. We gotta be there. And we gotta show that the media is being used to propagate stories. They are propaganda. They're not media anymore. The left is actively trying to kill journalists. They're there and they're destroying the career called journalists. They're there, and they're telling a story, and they're spewing and spewing and spewing and spewing and spewing. Once we're on the topic of the media spewing garbage and saying whatever they want, let me explain this. Their reporter has a job to go ahead and ask questions and be there and ask the hard-hitting questions, ask the important questions. This week and last week there were primaries in Pennsylvania and Georgia. Games were being played and games were being played. If a reporter had done their job and a reporter was there to do their job and ask the questions and say, how is this happening? How is this happening? Why is this going on? Games wouldn't be able to be played. The elected officials would have to answer up. The elected officials would be there and have to say, this is the reason. And if it's not a good enough answer, the media would have to pressure and pressure and pressure to get the answers. But no, the media doesn't give a flying flip because they're propaganda machines. Let me explain this to you. The left is actually actively trying to kill journalism. They're literally trying to kill journalism. And they're using the media for that purpose. They're there and they're pushing and shoving and pushing and shoving and pushing and shoving to kill journalism. And you know what they want? Why they want to kill journalism? You know why the left is trying to kill journalism? So they can get away with destroying the Second Amendment. So they can get away with locking us down for 2 years for 2 weeks to slow the spread. That's why they're trying to do it. So they can have their elites all out and above and all out to do whatever they want. And we have to be locked down. We have to abide by their rules. We have to go ahead and listen to them. Guys, we must not let the media get away with things. We must not let the Democrats get away with killing journalism. I've never been more serious in my life. And to prove that the media, by asking questions, can solve a lot of this, the World Economic Forum, globalists, who literally show my point. I'm not going to go into what the WEF is doing because there's everyone else that's talking about it. Everyone else is talking about it. The globalists was there and had a summit in Davos, Switzerland last week. And Jack Posobiec was arrested. Was not arrested, detained for an hour. They frisked him and they went through all his equipment. The second that another reporter came and started asking questions, they said, we're not answering anything, we're about to let him go, we're about to let him go. And they let him go and they backed off and they jumped off. If reporters ask questions, they freak out and they stop. Because they've never been held accountable. The media is there to hold people accountable. But no, let's push and shove and push and shove and push and shove. And kill journalists. So that actually we can get away with being global elites and do whatever we want. And the little smellies, or as Hillary called us, the deplorables, they will have to be locked up in their house. And they can't see what we're getting away with. People, I'm making an act, a call of duty, call of act. We have a duty to save journalism. We have a duty to protect the Second Amendment. We have a duty to protect the Constitution. Because our elected officials aren't. Our elected officials are failing to do so. They're not keeping their oath of office. We have two duties right now. To vote everyone out that's not keeping to the oath of office and start questioning the media. If the media is not questioning the politicians, then we gotta question the media. We gotta be there and ask the questions that matter. We gotta send the media the questions and we gotta question them. And if they don't have the answers, then we need to look for new media. And that is why I do the TWS News Roundup. I verify news first. And besides the fact that they tell you a story, not the story. And here's another thing that I've been noticing. They're spreading stories that we don't care about. They're talking about people getting tickets, people this, people testing positive for COVID. Yes, I'm going to say that people testing positive for COVID, I'm sorry, COVID is unfortunately a diagnosis, a virus that most people I know have had. It doesn't kill people. It's still sometimes very painful, people are still sick, whatever. If someone tests positive for COVID, he got sick. He'll get better. But no. Someone has COVID, it's news. It's top story. Give me a break. In the news roundup, I have yet to include someone getting COVID, because it's not news. Someone getting a ticket is not news. So, that's why I do the WS News Roundup. People, stay aware, stay being careful, and hold everyone accountable. And go to the TWS News Roundup, even though it's me that's doing it, because this way you can get verified news. Thank you. Have a wonderful week. Hopefully I'll be back next week.